Hello.
Why is she just sitting there looking so menacing? Do I look menacing to you? I don't think this does not look menacing. These shades do not look menacing. Why did you eat your pants? Let me take that down. Hold on. Nothing happened to the pants, okay? It's not like something happened to the pants. It's just... It's more comfortable to wear more comfortable pants if I'm just sitting at a chair in my own place. Like, outside pants are different from inside pants. I don't want to wear uncomfortable outside pants inside. Oh, Kime, thank you so much for the super chat. Busy so watching muted, but have fun. Okay, thank you, Kime. Am I gonna do this? Okay. Okay. Let me... Hold on. Remember the thing I showed you guys last time? I'm just gonna expose you right away. We're gonna get right into it, Kime. I don't know if you're muted. You're probably gonna unmute right now. Oh my god. I'm exposing you. Going to reveal this only because people were betting on it, and through here since I probably can't drop by on Friday. I'm so sorry to disappoint, but the wife question was actually me, Lamau. Hopefully it wasn't annoying or anything. I just thought it'd be funny since I see VTubers always getting the "can you be my wife" question, but never the other way around. I'm touched you thought it wasn't me though. And just for the record, I only sent the once, so if there's more, it's honestly not me, lol. Anyway, have fun with this stream. Sincerely, the actual Kime. Well, how the turntables. How the tables have... How the turns have tabled. Well... Thank you, Kime. And no, it wasn't annoying. There was only that one. The one that came up multiple times was actually something else. No problem though. I thought it was funny, so thank you for sending. Why am I... Okay. Top 10 anime betrayals. Kime. I believed in you, Kime. Thank you for telling me though. When I was reading this, I didn't actually expect... Yeah, because I got through the first... I read it just out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, okay. So someone's confessing that they sent it, but like, it's anonymous because it's a marshmallow, so I don't know who it is. And then it was like, it's Kime. I was like, oh. Oh. Well. Thank you, Kime. But the answer's still no. I believed in you, Kime, yeah. I believed in you. Man. Okay. How you guys been? Yesterday was a very long day. And I literally slept for 11 hours. I slept for 11... Jesus, wait. I slept from like 1:30 or 1:10-ish, 1:10 a.m. to like 12 something. It was a long time. I was very tired. That was like the earliest I've ever... Oh, not ever. That's the earliest I slept in a very long time. Like... Since joining Phase Connect, probably. That's the earliest I've slept. It's very difficult to sleep before like 3 a.m. Just because the schedule's just like fucked now. I mean, it's like fracked now. But it was a very nice sleep. came back from the worst day I've had in a while. Luckily, there's a stream today. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had the worst day you had in a while, Uruka Whips. Hopefully you get to relax now. Deeply apologize. I just did it for the night. There's no need to apologize, Kime. I thought it was funny too. And I mean, to be fair, you were the first person I thought of. But I didn't actually think it would be you. Anyway, I did have something in like the early afternoon, which is why I had to move the stream over to now. Wait, let me... Yeah, I had to move it over to now because I had something at like 1. It was the most awkward interaction I've had in a very long time. I can't really get into it, but it was super awkward. I keep replaying the moments in my head and cringing, and I will never recover from this. I hate my lack of social ability. I despise it. You think I'm awkward here? That was 100,000 times more awkward. Funny story time? It is a funny story, but I can't really say much about it. If I did, I'd have to find a way to reword it a lot. But it was super awkward. Maybe I can... Okay. It was like one person. And he... I don't know how to explain it, but like... He was talking to me about something. And this is like a mentor figure kind of thing. Telling me about like a kind of work related thing. And then I don't know. When I think of someone as higher than me, I guess I become even more awkward because I'm like, I probably shouldn't speak because I have a history of people who not even people who are superior, but people who believe they are superior, and I believe they are superior because they believe they are superior. Okay, no, this is a terrible way of reading them. Describing. I'm talking about the previous people. Some of the previous people were assholes. So, I get very awkward because the previous people sometimes got very mad when I respond to them in a way that they do not like. Or it wasn't even that I was being an asshole. It was just they're an asshole and they receive everything I say to them as asshole-y. So now I'm just used to saying, yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Those are the 3 things that I say. Like if they tell me something, I'm like, yes. Uh-huh. Okay. And then so he said something and I think he was probably expecting me to like put in my own thoughts or something, but I was just like, uh-huh. And then there was silence for like 10 seconds. And then he goes, uh-huh. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, see you. And I'm like, oh yeah, see you. Oh my god, no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go crawl in a hole and die. I was paying attention. I wasn't just mindlessly saying, maybe it came across that way. I don't know. But it was so awkward. Oh god. See, if this was some random stranger, it would have been fine. But no, like, I have to see him again, like, a lot of times. Like, he's a very kind person. But it's just, I am super awkward. Oh my god. I'm shuddering right now. Oh god. Okay, let's just get into the marshmallows. Oh god. I'm gonna cry. It just sounds like two introverts trying to have a conversation. Yeah, I think he's also an introvert from my observation, but I am even worse. Like, honestly, this goes into some of the marshmallows that people ask, so maybe I'll just save it for later. But let's get some marshmallows. Some of them sent, like, multiple times for some reason. I don't think people actually sent them twice because the wording looks exactly the same. But some of them looked like they sent twice. And I was rushing I was rushing to prepare, so I wasn't able to download every single one because you have to download these individually. Every single one you have to download the PNG for. And I wasn't able to download all of them, so some of them will not have a visual. I'm just gonna read them out loud. But for the ones that do have a visual, I will put them up. I can just download them along the way, but that might take a lot of time. Okay. Waiter says to Uruka, "Enjoy your meal." Uruka responds, "Thanks, you too." That reminds me of something that happened. I was eating at a restaurant once, and it was in a foreign country. It was in a European country, and I did not know the language. They didn't know basic English, though. I don't know why I said that. This has nothing to do with speaking. Yeah. So I was eating with some other people, and my back was facing like the cashier area. So I did not know like when waiters and stuff were coming. And while I was eating, there was like a fly. We were almost done eating. There was a fly flying around. And I started to like wave the fly off. And then suddenly, the friend in front of me just starts laughing. And I'm like, what, why are you laughing? And she was like, the waiter was coming, but he just left because it looks like you were waving him off. I was like, oh no. And I turned around and the waiter was leaving. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Come back. Oh god. Oh god. I don't, not like this. Not like this, man. Oh god. There's too much cringe happening in my life. Please. Please. Maybe just wanted to leave you to duel with a fly by yourself. It'd be better if you accidentally smacked him while swatting at the fly. That would... Oh god. Okay, let's choose Marshmallow. The cringe lifestyle chose you. I don't want it to choose me, please. Please leave. Okay, let's start with a simple one. Very important. What is your favorite type of cheese? Very important. I think my favorite type of cheese is probably mozzarella. I feel like it goes very well in sandwiches and like pesto and other things like that. So probably that, mozzarella. And it goes on pizza too. It goes on a lot of things that taste good. And since we're on the topic of cheese, I'd like to say that my least favorite type of cheese that so far, because I haven't actually tried that many types of cheese. I feel like there might be cheeses that are like really smelly and do not taste good, but So far, my least favorite type is those like Kraft cheeses that come in single slices wrapped individually. Those ones taste disgusting. I don't even know what kind of cheese it is. Those are kind of nasty. Those taste like fake cheese. Okay, it probably is fake cheese. I don't know, but it tastes bad. Oh hey, it was me when I was sleepy at 2 a.m. Thanks Uruka Lips for the cheese question. That's garbage, not cheese. Uruka is expensive taste. Mozzarella's not even expensive. What the heck? It's not cheese. It's quotation cheese. Those aren't even bad. They're not terrible, but I don't want them. If I had a choice, I would not eat them. Have you ever bought a small cheese wheel like a brie? I think I have had brie cheese. I don't remember which one was brie cheese. You know those cheeses that are like... Wait, is this exactly what you're talking about? There's like the ones in the red wax. You peel the wax off and you eat the little cheese inside. Those are really good too. I don't know what kind of cheese that is though. But I remember I used to eat those like... I used to eat like 3 of those a day. I used to have a cheese obsession. But I became lactose intolerant, so now I can only eat less. You don't eat them with the shell on? Unlucky cat, you might want to go see the doctor if you've been eating them with the shell on. Tried that once and I didn't like it. What do you mean? They're so good. Or I don't know. That was when I was like 10. Maybe I have a different opinion now. But when I was 10 years old, they tasted like the god of cheese. Or no, they tasted like the god of cheese made them. They didn't taste like the god of cheese. Anyway, thank you so much for the question. Rib lactose intolerance, I know. I hate it. But it's a good thing sometimes, because I don't like milk. Like, I don't like drinking actual milk. So, thankfully, I don't have to drink milk anymore. Mama Bear used to make me drink milk all the time. She's like, it'll help you grow. I'm like, I don't need to grow. She's like, it'll help you grow anyway. In different places. Okay, here. This kind of ties into the pants that I was changing. Aside from the clothes we see you in when streaming, what kind of clothes do you normally wear at home or when going out? Feel free to ignore this if this is too personal. Don't worry. It's not too personal. Don't worry about it. So the reason why I changed my pants, I told you, it's because it's more comfortable to wear inside pants at home. So when I'm at home, I wear well, obviously it depends on the weather, but generally I put on a t-shirt. And depending on the weather, shorts or sweatpants. Like loose sports shorts. I don't know what you call it, but they're comfortable. I'm wearing them right now because it's hot. By the way, the AC decided to turn on after 2 days. Thank you, air conditioning. I love you so much. And when I'm outside, I'm not exactly the most... I'm not the most fashionable person. I don't know. I just, I wear very simple stuff because I'm too lazy. Like, you know those like kids dress-up games where there's like the shirt, the pants, and the shoes, and you just choose one for each one? That's basically every morning me. And each of my outfits basically look the same, but just slightly different. I always put on a t-shirt. And then pants, like jeans or Adidas soccer pants. I very much like tapered pants. Most of my pants are tapered. Even my sweatpants. And then sneakers. I like sneakers a lot. I have a lot of sneakers. And I have like 10 pairs actually. Although I only wear like 2 of those. Sneakers, and then recently I bought boots. I only wore them for like 1 day though. That was when I was bringing them in. And I haven't had an occasion to wear them anywhere else yet. So, yeah. And if I'm feeling extra fancy, I'll slap on like... Wait, no. Before my pants started falling off, if I was feeling extra fancy, I'd slap on a belt or something. Now I just need a belt so that they don't fall off. Anyway, my falling pants, yeah. And then if it's cold, I put on a jacket or something. Yeah. I don't feel weird about saying this because several people dress exactly the same as I do. I dress the same as several people. Because this is just how lazy people dress. Belts? Damn girl, you styling. Belts are fancy. It's not that it's fancy, it's just... It's an extra step. It's an extra step that you have to do, like... It takes so much effort to loop a belt into pants. Like, if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't. But now, I don't want my pants to fall off, so I put them on. Alright. And if my hair be looking nasty, I'll slap on a hat. That's about it. One pair of pants will last a week if you don't leave the house. No, Unlucky Cat. One pair of pants will last at least 2 weeks if I don't leave the house. Is that disgusting? I don't think so. Because you're not going anywhere. And it's not like I'm moving, so it's not like sweaty or anything. But I do leave the house now, so I do change. Thank you for the question. You have some really clean pants. I do. And it's probably because I take them off when I sleep. Thank you for the question. Lazy pants really do last forever, exactly. Stop judging, Kizuna Henta 1. Stop judging. There's nothing to judge here. It's perfectly normal. Is it your right leg? Or is it your left leg that rises when you take a step? Right? I'm right-handed. Which generally means right leg goes up first. Like, that's what feels right. I don't think about it. Is this what keeps you up at night? Is this what you think about at 3 AM while you're lying in the dark in your bed? Well, if it was bothering you, you now know. I step up with my right leg first. It feels right. Thank you. Dominant leg is a thing and not always tied to dominant hand. Yeah, but usually, right? Usually it is tied to dominant hand. There are cases that it doesn't. But that's generally how it works, I'm pretty sure. I'm a comedian myself. Yes, you are, Jun. Yes, you are. Oh. Which of the Toho dojins is the best? Well, person who asked this question. I don't know. Why are you asking me? I have no idea. Why are you asking me a question that I wouldn't know the answer to? I don't know. Yeah. But I appreciate you asking the question, but I have no idea. Why would I know? I don't know. You've come to the wrong place to ask this. But maybe I'll ask someone else and I'll let you know. But thank you for the question. Here we go. Is it okay if we don't catch every stream live or comment? Of course it's okay. I really don't expect anyone to be able to catch every live stream and comment. Like, there are people who are more comfortable working. I've said this several times. That's perfectly fine. I'm a worker myself. I do understand. If you're comfortable working, work as much as you want. I still appreciate you. And I do understand that people have their own schedules. I have my own schedule too. I understand. Scheduling is hard. And it's impossible. It's actually impossible to catch every live stream unless you have literally no life. If you have nothing to do. But then how are you living? Like, even if you live with your parents, that's usually people who go to school. Or maybe you live with your parents and you don't do anything. I don't know. But majority of the people have a life. But yes, of course it's perfectly fine. Do you work your own streams? How do I work my own streams? Also, why is my face freezing so much? Hold on. What is going on? Okay. Uruka's attacking me right now. If you live like that, it's perfectly fine. You live your life, man. You do you. Live your best life. Leafbug, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, definitely the wrong person. Sorry, I can't stick around. You'll have to make do with my money. Wait, what? I don't... What? Oh, okay, the previous question. Huh. Yeah. Don't come to me for Toho, Dojin, Rex, because I don't know. What gave you the impression that I would know? And also, no problem, Leafbug. No problem. I'm glad you were able to come for the beginning, though. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Can't watch every VTuber I like to watch live. I would never sleep. Yeah, exactly, Goldzar. There's so many different people I would want to watch. It's absolutely impossible to catch all of them. Especially all of each one's streams. If you don't consider that a question, then Yuri or Yaoi. I do consider that a question. So maybe I don't have to answer the other one. But I have said before that I do not like yaoi. I don't find it enjoyable. Every time I see it, I just laugh. Yaoi is like comedy to me. I can't take yaoi seriously, honestly. I don't know, it's just funny. Yuri is fine. I do enjoy some. I'm frozen. What? Okay. They're long and awake. Yuri hands. I mean, not Yuri. Yaoi hands. It makes me laugh. I can't. Thank you for the question. Uruka, do you have sleep bad habit? I do have sleep bad habit. Very sleep bad habit. Yaoi is basically two guys doing funny business. Okay, but usually those things aren't supposed to be funny, right? I just find it funny. Not that I actually like... Not that I actually like, I've never actually read one before. I've just, whenever I see like the titles or I see the covers or something, I'm just like, what the hell? It is kind of weird. Like, I don't judge anyone who likes it. Like, Yori likes BL. I don't judge anyone for liking it, but it's not my thing. I don't understand it. I know a girl who's real into yaoi. Me too. And that's Iori. Don't ask me for a tier list. Ask Iori. That's not my thing. That's definitely her thing. Have you tried... have you tried Sleep Good Habit? I have tried Sleep Good Habit. It doesn't work. Because I go back to Sleep Bad Habit after a day. Ask Papa Gorilla for recommendations. No thank you. No thank you. I do enjoy a good dose of Yuri sometimes. But yaoi, no. Okay. I don't understand these terms, likely a good thing. Well, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. They're not like inherently good or bad. It's just some people might be judgmental if they're not used to it. Yeah. Cultured. Is that cultured? Thank you. It's not like I don't really like go out of my way to find it though. Actually, do I? No, I don't. There was a time that I did, but I don't. What are your requirements to make you my bride? Or as this marshmallow has formatted it, be bride. The requirement is quite simple. The only way is to be Leah. Thank you for the question. You don't find Yuri. Yuri finds you. That's kind of true though, not gonna lie. It's kind of true. Thank you for the question. I don't like read it though. So it has to be like somewhat mainstream for me to find the anime. That's why it actually finds me. Why do my lungs feel weird? Do I need water? Maybe I should drink water. That's probably okay. I think I'm fine. This. The apostles of Yuri come knocking on Uruka's door. Who are the apostles of Yuri? If you could go back in time, back to your debut, are there things that you would do differently? If so, what would those things be? If you're talking about the actual debut itself, the stream itself, I don't think there's anything that I could have changed that I would change. Maybe be more familiar with OBS. But the thing is, that comes with practice, right? Experience. And unless I just ran through the debut like several times, like I did go through it, but not enough to get super familiar. So I was kind of like scrambling, like where's the next thing? Where is it? But I mean, the only thing that I was not satisfied with is something that I don't think I could have changed at the time. If I go back in time with my memories and experience I have now, it probably would have been better. But if we're talking just like things I would have done before, I don't think there's anything that could have changed. The only thing I was dissatisfied with was my speaking abilities. which, to be fair, are still not good. But it was even worse before. It was even more awkward back then. I think I'm better now. So the only reason why I'm better now, though, is because I've been doing it a lot. So that's why I say there's nothing that I could have changed. Oh yeah, the coughing too. I would have gotten rid of the coughing if I was able to. But overall, I'm very satisfied with how it happened. Like, I think that's the best I could have done back then. And I was very satisfied, and I still am satisfied with how it went. I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't watch it, but the memories in my head, I am satisfied with it. Anyway. Thank you for the question. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba-da-bum. Warn yourself to not be too curious. I don't know, man. Sometimes curiosity is good. Like, sometimes it'll spawn some super cursed things. But sometimes it's good. Why do I want a sandwich right now? I had Panda Express at like 20 minutes before starting. It was not bad, actually. Not gonna lie, it's not bad. But for some reason, I'm craving a sandwich. Now, where's the question I'm looking for? Where is it? Oh, here we go. This ties into what we were just talking about. What is the most cursed thing you've seen or experienced ever since you've joined PC? This is hands down, the most cursed thing I've ever seen. Happened quite recently. I don't even want to mention it because it's super cursed. But it has to do with a children's show. And a type of container. Thank you for the question. Thank you. It's been 3.5 months since debut. How different do you feel streaming now compared to when you debuted in June? Well, I am definitely much more comfortable now. Thank you, Nintendo, for your email about Metroid Dread. Thank you. Oh god, no. Yes, exactly. Just a random idiot. I thank you for the knowledge that I have obtained, but I don't exactly want it. Like, I'm glad that I know what it is, but I want to file it in the very deep depths of my brain so that I don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that I have been informed about it, but I don't want to have it easily accessible in my head. I don't want to think about it. Anyway. Yeah. Jesus, why do I keep freezing? What is going on? I'm so confused. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely more comfortable with all aspects of this. Like switching things around and OBS and like talking in general. Not in general, only on stream, because, okay, look, part of the reason why I wanted to do this was to get better at talking. In general. But, oh my, wait, never mind. I thought there was a crack on my phone. It turns out it's just a reflection. Anyway. Oh my god. What is with this lag? Okay, it looks like it's okay right now. Yeah. What was I saying? This lag is really throwing me off. Alright. I'm okay. Part of the reason why okay. Every time I speak, it starts lagging. We'll just ignore that for now, okay? I'm just gonna start moving erratically. Yeah, so part of the reason why I want to do this was to get better at talking in general. But the thing is, now I'm only better at talking in front of a screen. To you guys. It doesn't help at all with anything else. Like it has to be in this environment. If I'm in an environment that is not me being an anime girl online talking to the Urufu gang, I revert back. It doesn't work. What the hell? It's like, I know I have the skill to do it, but it just doesn't work. What? Okay. Thank you very much, brain. Thank you for working at times that I need you to. But you are improving, can't scoff at that. I guess so. It is good that I'm improving in this environment. Stats don't transfer to other applications. Exactly! Exactly! Oh my god. It's like leveling up a character in a game, and then you switch to another character, and you have to level up all over again, except you don't want to use that, you don't like to use that character, so you just never level up and you just stay in the lower level. I'd even go as far as no, actually no. I was about to say I'd even go as far to say I've gotten even worse outside of this, but I don't think so. I don't think that's true. But yeah, thank you so much for the question. You just have to close your eyes and imagine a screen when you're talking in real life. But then the person I'm talking to is gonna be like, what the hell? What? Thank you for the question. Oh, have you tried imagining people in real life are Urufuganggggg members? I can't. It doesn't work like this. Some of them I knew before I knew you guys. So it's hard because when you talk to people, you change how you speak depending on, I don't know if you do this. It's my general impression that most people do this. Like, you change how you speak depending on who you're speaking to. And it's hard to change once you lock that in, you know? So, the people I met before meeting you guys, Urufuganggggg, I feel like I'm a lot more awkward too. The people I met after meeting you guys, Urufuganggggg, after Urufuganggggg, surprisingly, I was able to have some skill transfer. Like, it's actually less awkward. I don't know how, but yeah. Somehow, I don't know what my brain's doing, but somehow that's how it works. Oh god. Oh. Why is there another one of these? What must I do to win your hand in marriage? Become Leah. Bye. Thank you. I think that specific one sent like twice for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway. Any advice for the currently ongoing auditions, especially if I have no experience as a streamer? Well, I can confidently tell you, because people probably know this just from how I am, that I also did not have streaming experience at all. Which is probably, as I just said, not surprising to anyone. But if you have experience in other things, that will go a long way. If there's something you think that will be useful or entertaining in any way, like it doesn't even have to be something like, what do you call it, like mainstream. Like it doesn't have to be music or games or anything. As long as you're able to convey it through a screen, I think that will be very good. And display that, of course, because show what you're good at, sell yourself as the pitch. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I really don't know. I feel like a good amount of people have asked this, but honestly, I don't know. Other than that, that's just what I was thinking when I did my own audition. My face just did some very strange things just now, like the Doctor Strange thing when he was going through like all different scenarios of what would happen in Endgame or something. Why did my face just do that? Anyway, whatever you are, be a good one. Exactly. Yeah. Whatever you are, be a good one. That's how you get it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know either. I just happen to have a wide variety of music skill, so I believe that is the only reason why I got it. It's not that I'm particularly amazing at any of them, but I have a wide range. Yeah. What was it like when you found out you got accepted? Well, my hair. It was weird. Like, as someone who has gone through several auditions before, not specifically this kind of audition, but I used to do, well, not. I have a lot of experience with performance and other auditions and competitions, stuff like that. Like, I've done enough to know that I should not keep my hopes up, even though most of the time they turn out satisfactory, in my opinion. I've taught myself to just numb all feeling until I get the result. And once I do get the results, I'll either be like, nice, or I'll be like, oh man. It's not like I'll be like jumping for joy or anything. Even if it's like the most exciting thing in the world, I won't react in a very emotional way. I'll just say, cool, and then move on. Like, what should I do next? That's basically how it happened. Because honestly, I got... I like the aw man. Yeah. Like, if you have if you have high expectations, then you'll be very disappointed when you do not get what you expected. If you have too low expectations, you're gonna be way too happy when you get it, and that's not necessarily always a good thing. So I just don't feel anything, and then I have mild reactions. I'm like, cool. What do I do next? What are the next steps? But yeah, that's what my experience with those kind of things has taught me. Reality minus expectations equals disappointment. Yeah. Pro tip, don't feel. I mean, okay, give yourself room to feel, but just don't feel too much. I mean, feeling too much, I mean, yeah, there has been science done that even if you don't get what you wanted, you'll end up being happy with the result anyway, to a certain extent. There's a threshold, but your brain makes do with what you have, and you end up being happy anyway. Of course, there are terrible things that can happen that you can't adapt to, but generally, if it's not super important, you know, that's how it'll work. And I mean, I find that to be true most of the time. Conceal, don't feel. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the way Sakura was talking to me before he told me that I was in, made it sound like I was in already, and I was very confused. I'm like, so am I like in or not? But yeah, he told me, and I was like, okay, cool, nice. And then I had to sus check the contract, which lasted a few days. And I was like, nice. Signed. I'm in. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that went... I don't even know if I was answering that question, but I hope you got a bit of an idea of what to do, and good luck. Good luck with your audition. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll see you as one of the Gen 2 or even a future generation. I don't know. If you do get in, let me know. Let me know if this is you. Thank you for the question. Okay. This one kind of ties in. How was your experience performing for a live audience? What did you learn from it? And would you do it again in a different setting? I have done it in different settings already. Almost every time has been in a different setting. I'm not really sure what you mean by a different setting, but performing for a live audience is it's quite interesting. I've done it for different types of audiences, and each type of audience is... Simply put, each type of audience is very different. Like, playing pop songs for a school, for an elementary school, is rather different than performing a rather long orchestral piece for senior citizens. Or just general classical snobs. I call them snobs, but most of them are not actually snobs. But in my experience, both are enjoyable in their own ways. I do prefer a more interactive audience though, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. Elementary kids are scary. They are, but at the time, I was not that much older than them, so it was alright. Now, I wouldn't really do that, because yes, they are scary. At the time when I did that, I wasn't that much older than them, so it didn't seem like that big of a jump between age. But like when you're doing like a fun kind of repertoire, you know, the audience starts to like clap along and cheer and stuff, and that's really cool. That's really cool, right? When you're playing classical, you just play it, and then the audience kind of just clap, and sometimes they stand and clap, and sometimes they don't. Anyway, sometimes they don't. It's okay, and also depending on the country you're in, depending on which country you're in, sometimes you'll get a much better reaction. Like some European countries, I found out that at the end of a concert, if they really enjoyed what you played, they'll stand and they'll clap in unison. You know how usually you clap like... I don't know how to... That's the weakest clap ever. But like, usually you just clap like fast, like something like that. But no, they start clapping like in a beat. Like it sounds like a metronome. And they'll do that all together. And then I did not know what that meant, but apparently it means they want an encore. Like they don't tell you they want an encore. They clap in sync to tell you they want an encore. Yeah, I found this out while I was... I don't remember which country it was, I'm sorry. It was in some European country. They did that and I was like, whoa, what the hell? Was it unnerving the first time? Yeah, I was like, what are they doing? Why, what? What? Okay. It was kind of alarming the first time and I was like, because I was with a group and we were all just looking at each other like, well, what are we supposed to do? What do we do? And then one of the stagehands like looked at us and he was just like, he did like the little hand thingy that like motions you to play something. And we were like, oh, okay, we gotta play. Okay. Such a cool experience. I've seen that before. It is super cool. But the first time it was super, super confusing. Their actions confused me. Yeah. Their actions indeed did confuse me. Very much so. Yeah, I mean, the live performance is pretty nerve-wracking. Like, you have to do it a lot. The first time you perform live, unless you're like an absolute genius who doesn't care about what anyone thinks, you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be shaking. With string instruments, that is a problem much more than anything else because your bow will be shaking and hitting the strings, bouncing up and down. Thankfully, mine was not that bad. But the more you do it, the more you'll be like desensitized to the nerves. Like you'll still feel it, but you'll find a way to cope with it. Unfortunately, due to world circumstances, I lost that ability and now I'm trying to get back into it. And it's not really going well. Anyway. Because performing for you guys is much different. I don't see any physical people when I'm here. And I'm in the comfort of my own place. So, yeah, it's kind of the same as speaking. It doesn't translate, which is quite unfortunate. Okay. What did you learn from it and would you do it again? What did I learn from it? That's exactly how I learned from it. I learned how to calm my nerves. But I've unlearned that at this point, and I have to learn it again. Unfortunately. What else did I learn from it? I feel like that's all you really learned from that. I mean, it depends. It depends, but in my experience, that's all I learned from it because the learning you do is usually outside of performance. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Thank you so much. Let me bring that over. What's the chat equivalent of clapping in unison? Can we do it? I don't know. Can you? I don't know if you can clap in unison or do anything in unison because you're chat. Maybe you can try typing out each letter of clap. But that's not going to turn out well. It's just going to have several different... It's going to be like... app, lap, pow, koa. Koak. There's just... Cat. Kaplasp. Pa 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 pa. Where did the M come from? See? It doesn't work. Pack. Pack. Have you ever had a dream that you had your you could want him to do you so much you could do anything? Thank you, Leafbug, for the question. Yes, I have. Thank you, Leafbug. This is a simple question. Hello, Fuji. No one's ever called me that before, but I rather like it. It's cute. Mount Fuji is the name of my rock house in Minecraft, by the way. What do you think of the name Luca? Love your king cover, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. Luca. I actually really like the name Luca. I never thought about it until now. Wait, isn't there like a Disney movie called that? I watched it. Was it called Luca? I don't remember. But yes, I do like the name Luca. I think it sounds nice. Thank you for the question. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, let me check the ones that I haven't downloaded. There are still some that I have downloaded, but maybe I can mix these in sometimes. Uruka, did you forget about the horror game you promised to play? No, I haven't. I will be playing it soon. I will be playing Tattletale. As soon as I get the Furby model working, I was trying to what was I trying? Oh yeah, I was trying to set up the Furby model. Last night before I completely passed out, and then there's some settings that I need to fix because for some reason it's not blinking and the mouth is not moving. Like there's movement like that, but for some reason I can't blink or move my mouth. Maybe I'll just have to pretend to be the doll of a ventriloquist. I don't know, but WC's version worked, so I don't think it's a problem with the model. I think I probably have to change the setting or something. Thank you for the question. Oh, that's Kaya's question? Thank you, Kaya, for the question. Did you finally get your AC to work? I don't know what I did, but it did start working today. Today. Yesterday morning, I woke up in a literal pool of sweat. It was so hot. It was a literal pool of sweat. It was disgusting. It was gross. I hated it so much. I wanted to throw fries out the window. What was the first video game you pre-ordered? I believe it was Animal Crossing, New Horizons, rather recent. That wasn't even me though. Brother Bear pre-ordered that for me. Cause I wanted to play Animal Crossing. And it was coming out, right? And I was like, Brother Bear, are you gonna get Animal Crossing? And he's like, no, it looks boring. And I was like, oh, but I want it. And he's like, oh, okay. So he pre-ordered it. And then what ended up happening is Mama Bear tried it. And now it's hers. Thank you for the question. Alright, let me also mix up some of the downloaded ones. Soggy Bear. Uruka's gonna go from can you please leave so I can become an anime girl to can you please leave so I can become a Furby. Oh my god. I'm assuming this is June, but yeah. You have those moments when you compose something nice and then realize that the piece already existed. Yes. all the time. Unfortunately. I hate it. Either that, or notes just refuse to come out of my brain. I don't know which one's worse. Probably this, because it's like joy and then disappointment rather than just disappointment, you know? But yes, laugh crying. Thank you for the question. I don't remember the last thing that I thought I composed, though. What? I don't remember. But yes, it's definitely I mean, it's definitely happened before. And it's not a pleasant experience. Joy's appointment. That sounds like Joy's appointment. Like someone named Joy has an appointment. So did you ever tell Temma what giving head means, or did she find out on her own? I showed her the Vine. I showed her the Vine where I learned what it meant. But technically the Vine doesn't exactly teach you what it means. So I'm guessing she found out the actual thing on her own. I only sent her that video of the dude breaking his skateboard. Yeah. So no hit. Yeah. I don't think she learned exactly what that meant from that video because it's not the most clear. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she found out on her own. Thank you for the question. I would expect Temma to figure it out. Okay, maybe she did figure it out, but I didn't figure out from that Vine. I did not know what it meant. I was rather young, and I did not know much. Huh. Bum 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 ba da bum ba bum ba bum 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 ba. Did she legitimately not know what that meant? I'm pretty sure she didn't. Like, it's not a very intuitive thing. It's not like you can hear it and go like, yes, that is exactly what that means. Like, I straight up didn't know what it was for a good like 4 years. So I wouldn't be surprised that she didn't know it. Huh. Do you ever feel tired or demotivated to do something? So mething? Something. Whether it be streaming or anything else. This happens to me a lot, and I want to know how to stop that from happening. What? Does that mean you used it for 4 years? Wait, what? Used what? What did I use? What? What? What does that mean, Kyle? What do you mean? Do you ever feel tired or demotivated to do something? I already read this. Why am I reading it again? Yes, all the time. Huh? Wait, what? The phrase. No, I did not quote it. I didn't know what it meant, so I didn't quote it. I didn't say it to anyone. I didn't know the one about the stirring macaroni one either. I didn't know what that meant. That one also had me confused. A lot of Vines, I was very confused, and then I came back to them a few years later, and I was like, oh. So that's what that meant. Yes, I do sometimes feel tired or demotivated to do something. Quite often. It's happening a lot more often now. Probably because I have more to do. Usually, okay, no, it's not streaming stuff, honestly. Streaming is fun. I love streaming. I love talking to you guys. But some other things that I must do are like, man, I don't want to do this. And the only thing that helps me get out of that is the fact that I would be screwed if I don't do it. Yeah, I do it because I have to. Sometimes I end up enjoying it. Sometimes I hate it even more. Sometimes I'm neutral. But yeah, I don't really know. Because I myself do not have a good way of going about that. Other than just knowing that I will be screwed if I don't do it. Huh. But yeah. You have to care about the long run. Because everything we do is mostly for the long run, right? So if you don't do it, you'll be screwed later on. For most things. That's just what I think of. Cause there's really I don't know of any other way. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But hopefully we can all figure it out together. Thank you so much for the question. She's talking about walking. She hates walking. I do hate walking, but recently I've been walking a lot more because I do not have a car. Do not have a car here. It's been a couple weeks, and I can start to see muscles. I can start to see muscles, and I'm like, Jesus, am I really walking that much? Give me my stick legs back. I don't want them. I don't want the gains. Uruhoke is waking up. But the thing is, like, it only happens in your legs. Because walking doesn't help for anything else but your legs, right? So, even if I am getting gains, it's only in the bottom half of my body. And at the top is just a stick. Or I don't know how you would describe it, but flabby stick. You don't want to become tick. I'm not super into like giant. I'm not super into muscular. Like, I talked about this before, but muscles look like rotisserie chickens to me. And I don't really like it. I don't want to look like a rotisserie chicken. Have you gone fishing before? I have not gone fishing before, unless you count in Animal Crossing. And actually, I haven't even fished in Minecraft. I've only fished in Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. You can have some muscle and not be a rotisserie chicken. Okay, but at this rate, I feel like I will become a rotisserie chicken. Because that's a lot of walking. I look like a partial rotisserie chicken. Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't gone fishing before. Like, my family wasn't super into outdoor stuff. Like, my dad, okay, I'm not kidding when I say my dad is an absolute workaholic. Like, I honestly don't know what he enjoys. Other than his obsession with... He has a Bruce Lee obsession, and I have no idea why. Like, he's so obsessed with Bruce Lee. Every time I see him watching TV, it's something that has to do with Bruce Lee. He's watched a Bruce Lee TV series about 3 times. Like, he finished it and he just started rewatching it right after he finished it. I'm like, does this not get boring? Does he have the yellow suit? He doesn't have the wait. He might have the yellow suit and I don't know. Wait. Does he have... I don't remember, but I feel like for some reason he does. For some reason I have I haven't seen it, but I think for some reason I have some recollection of him having it. But he does have the nunchucks, and he knows how to use them for some reason. I don't know why he knows how to use them, but he has the nunchucks and he knows how to use them. I tried and I just smacked myself in the head. He has a very strange Bruce Lee obsession. And that's like the only thing that I know he likes, other than like National Geographic too. He likes documentaries and Bruce Lee. That's all I know about him. Other than that, he's just working. Like, he leaves. I never see him leave because he left way earlier than I had to go for school. And he came back like later than dinner time. I'm like, bro. And then he comes back, he eats dinner, and then he goes to his office and works more. I'm like, bro, why? What? Take a break, man. And like when I was younger, I was like, hey, Dad, let's play some board games. And he was like, give me 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay. And then 10 minutes was passed, and I'm like, Dad, are you done? And he was like, almost. I'm like, okay. And then like 3 hours later, I'm like, Dad, are you done? And he's like, almost. Man, would have asked someone else. But okay, no, I would have asked Mama Bear, but she sucks at every single, like, you think I suck at games? She sucks so much at games. It's not even fun playing with her. She doesn't know what's going on. She cheats all the time. And like, I don't mind a bit of cheating sometimes, but when she does it, she just plays it off. Like, she's like, no, what are you talking about? No. And she does it all the time. I'm like, what the screw you. And she doesn't know the rules sometimes. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just play with my dad. And then he just doesn't play. Man. Anyway. Take breaks, guys. Especially if you have children. Please take breaks. And play with your children. Otherwise, they'll have to deal with their cheating mother. That sounds really weird. Cheating in board games. That's what I meant. Guess it's just Brother Bear to play games with. I don't remember why, but he wasn't there. He might have had something. He might have had some sort of extracurricular or something. Okay. Can you throw hands? Wait, what? What? Bold of you to assume we will have our own family. Well, if you do. That's why I said if. Because I don't know if you guys won't. I mean, will. Wait, what? Won't or will? I don't know. Play board games or else your kid will go to their cheating mother. I meant cheating in board games. I guess you just don't play board games well. I didn't exactly have other games. That's not true. I did have other games, but those were like games you play by yourself. Like, I remember where Brother Bear was now. He was playing Smash Bros like 24/7. And he didn't want to play with me because I suck. The same reason why I don't want to play board games with my mom. He didn't want to play Smash Bros with me because I absolutely sucked at it. I'm a bit better now, not that much, but you know, as a child, you don't really think about anything you're doing. You smash buttons unstrategically. Now I smash buttons a little more strategically. But at the time, I was just like, Kirby, and then just try to do the the hold B all the time. Yeah, so he was playing Smash Bros by himself. I could have played Super Mario Sunshine whenever he wasn't playing Smash. But most of the time, he was taking up the GameCube. And I did have a Game Boy, but the screen was very small, so my mom did not let me play it a whole lot. Like, if I was able to like avoid her, then I would play like... I used to think playing like 2 hours of Pokemon was like the longest time like ever. I'm like, oh my god, I just played video games for 2 hours. Oh my god. And then yeah, but usually my mom was just like, okay, half an hour. You only get half an hour to play. Even if it was computer games, she would be like, Club Penguin, half an hour. I'm like, Jesus, that's not even enough to like log in. Like, what am I gonna do in half an hour? And funnily enough, now that she's experienced Animal Crossing, she once played like 5 hours in one day. And I was like, Mom, you're doing exactly what you're telling me not to do. And she's like, oh, that's just because it's too fun. And I'm like, exactly. You know what I mean now? You know what I mean? I'm like, Mom, you should be done. It's been half an hour. And she's like, but I've barely done my daily goals. And I'm like, exactly. Exactly. Why couldn't you have learned this 20 years ago? Huh. That was just a random number, by the way. I just chose a random number that seems kind of long. What? Why did I minimize my windows? I'm starting to see a trend here with your mom. What is this trend? What is the trend? How did I even get to this topic? I don't even know. 50 years ago. I can tell you with confidence that I'm not 50 years old. Someone asks, what are your favorite and least favorite tags? You mean like clothing tags? That you see on clothes? I don't really have a preference on those. A tag is a tag. You'll cut it off and throw it in the trash later. So it doesn't matter. But thank you for the question. My least favorite tags are the ones on the shirt collar. So itchy. Yeah. Thank you, Joris. You're right. Those tags are really bad. Especially if they're made of like the rough material. Like some tags are itchy. Some are silk. Like silky. Those are fine. But some are like very, very stiff and scratchy. You know the best is when there's just no tag on the back of the shirt. Like they print everything onto the shirt. I like those. Why can't everyone just do that now? Like why do you have to put a tag? Just print it on. Or at least sew, like, there's the ones that are sewn on. Like a patch that's sewn onto this. Oh wait, no, that's more for jackets though. Yeah, why can't you just print it on? Some are pointy, exactly. Dodge. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm dodging the tag because they're itchy. Best girls from Love Live? Umi and Daya. No question. I love them both. Don't dodge. Be brave like Tenma. Okay, but the thing is, even if I don't dodge the question, I can't answer it. Because I never use tags. I straight up don't know how to use them. I didn't even know they were a thing until you guys like brought them up. I straight up just, I'm not even joking right now. I have no idea. Is sand called sand because it's in between the sea and the land? I never thought about that. But isn't there some sand that's not between the sea and the land? I feel there's some sand that's just in the sea. I think. My answer is no. I could be wrong. But thank you for the question. Oh yeah, desert sand. There's deserts too. Lots of sand in a desert. I forgot that deserts existed for a second. Man, I don't know all the biomes on the earth. I've only been here for not that long. Wet sand is the worst. I do not like sand. Like, stepping in sand is the worst experience. Like, if you're not expecting to step on sand, I hate it. Like, if I go to a boardwalk, I will not go on the sand. I will stay on the boardwalk. I'm not going in the sand. Unless you told me, Uruka, like if you told me a day before, Uruka, we're gonna go on the sand. If I'm mentally prepared, then I will go on the sand. But otherwise, I'm not going on the sand. I don't want sand to be in weird places that I don't want sand to be. I don't want sand to be anywhere, actually. What if, okay, if sand did not stick everywhere, I would not mind it. But it does. I hate it. I hate sand. I do not like going to the beach. Because there's sand everywhere. I despise cleaning off sand. I hate it when you walk in sand and it gets into your shoes and it's gross. I don't like it. Yeah, it gets literally everywhere. In places where, why would there be sand there? Like, even several days after going to the beach, I'll be in the shower and I'll suddenly find sand somewhere. And I'm like, what the hell? Why? What? Where did this come from? Why did it not come off before? How long has it been there? I don't know. Why would anyone wear shoes at the beach? Because if you're not expecting to go on the beach and someone spontaneously says, let's go to the beach, then you just gotta wear whatever you're wearing. And like, if you take off the shoes, you're gonna have to put them on at some point. But then it's hard because there's sand everywhere. I'd rather just keep the shoes on. I hate sand. Thank you for the question. That wasn't even the question, but let's just I hate sand. Uruka, when will you do a doujin review? No. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could. But first of all, I don't want to. Second of all, I don't think I know enough to even do one. Even the ones that I have read, I do not remember how to find them. I don't know what they were called. I don't remember what I searched to find them. I don't even know what website they're on. Lived 2 blocks away from the boardwalk and beach when I was younger. Oh, that's interesting, Jose. I guess you're like used to it. It's fine. But I'm not. So yeah. Hey, Uruka. How did you learn to sing Chinese songs? Well, you sing them. That's like Uruka. How do you know how to sing Japanese songs? You read the words and you sing. It's quite simple. If you know how to read the romanization of anything, then you can sing it. Despacito was a disaster because I do not know how to read it's not even romanization, it's literally just Spanish. I do not know how to read Spanish. You read and sing. Just like English. I really don't know how to make it clear. How learn song? Yes, how learn song? Despacito. Okay, despacito. So it's like talking to people in public then. Just do it. Well, yeah, I guess so. It does need a bit of practice though. Because you need some sort of familiarity with the language. Otherwise, you don't know what it sounds like. You don't know, like, even if it is the same as English, it's like, how do you read this? Like in a romanization of Mandarin, there's like some things, okay, not some, several things that do not look like what they would sound like in English. Or they don't, if you read them as English, it wouldn't sound correct. Anyway. Same goes for Japanese, I guess. A little less severe though. The romanization for Japanese is a bit more straightforward than Mandarin. Learn by doing, exactly. Or in my case, learn by listening. Listen a lot. And at some point, after some practice, you will get it. Learn by doing. Because, I don't know, in my experience, listening is good, but listening on its own will not help you with speaking. When I hear myself say some things, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I sound like an absolute foreigner. I hate this. I sound like a mega gaijin. I hate this. Oh my god. That's the curse of only listening. Like, you'll get so familiar with it and you'll be able to hear if you sound like a foreigner. You will be able to hear if you yourself sound like a foreigner. That is probably like that is probably the worst. Okay, not the worst. It's good that you're able to hear it. But I'm just like, man, I don't know if it's better that I can hear that I sound foreign. Or maybe ignorance is bliss. I don't know. A lot of people have trouble mimicking sounds. Exactly. That's why it's good if you can hear it so that you can practice, right? But the problem is, because I can hear it, I don't want to practice because I sound like shit. I don't want to hear myself. I don't want to hear myself sounding like a foreigner all the time. Man. So I just don't say anything. Learn by watching Uruka stream. Well, I mean, I already know English, so like, that's not gonna do anything for me. And also, listening to my own English is not gonna improve my own English, I don't think. Even if my English did need work, I don't think I would improve by listening to myself talk because I suck. Ego Joseph, thank you, Joris Zarko, thank you. I'm good at mimicking. Thank you, Jose. Why did I say thank you? I meant I meant good job. Why did I say thank you? Good job, Jose. I can't even speak anymore. Right as I say my English is fine, I say thank you to them. Okay. One of the ways is by example, like saying this is a cat in one language while showing a cat. I mean, it's not that I have trouble understanding. My level of like understanding in languages other than English are much higher than my level of speaking. Just because what I just described. I hate speaking because I hate hearing myself sound like a foreigner. Thank me next. Thank you, HB Wolf. What question brought us here? Oh yeah, how did you learn to sing Chinese songs? I answered that though. Uruka, -100 English. If you must know though, I have mentioned this before. This is not new information. I don't know. This is not new information. I have said this. I think it was a Power Wash stream before. Like my parents do speak some languages, but I was only taught one of them, and it was the one that my mom is rather familiar with, and that is Mandarin. Mama Bear taught me because she thought it was useful, and I can't say it has been useful at any point other than being able to sing the songs. I can't really speak that well. Understanding is okay. I do not understand much. I can sound like I'm fluent. Like my accent is fine, I feel. My accent sounds like... Okay, let me backtrack a bit. There are several accents. Okay. Just in Mandarin itself. There are several accents. It's kind of like English. There are several accents in English. But they all come from different places. Right? Even within America, there are several different accents. I can't even tell the difference between them. Other than when Sakana says like "eh," I'm like, oh yeah, Canada. But I have been told that I sound very distinctly from somewhere. So it is like somewhat accurate. But the thing about that is, if I sound like I am from somewhere, people will expect me to be able to speak fluently, right? And the problem with that is I can't. So instead of thinking I'm a foreigner, people will just think she's stupid as hell. I sound like a 5-year-old. She's stupid. She's not a foreigner. She's just stupid. So that is a problem. You sound normal, Uruka? No, I'm not talking in English. Although I do sometimes get that in English, but... You sound like you're from Face Connect. Yeah, because I am. Wait. May I ask? How can you just take the risk without much of a safety net, but you know you need to make a change, but if it fails, you'll dig yourself deeper? Also, any time management tips? What? 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 How can you just take the risk without much of a safety net, but you know you need to make a change, but if it fails, you'll dig yourself deeper? Okay, I see. Kind of. I don't quite understand, but I think I do. I don't know. You just gotta go for it sometimes. You have to have good judgment. But if in your gut you feel like it's the right decision to make, then you gotta go for it. Like, even if there's always a risk, okay? There's always gonna be a risk of something happening. Honestly, every decision you make, there's gonna be a risk. There's nothing that's gonna be like 100%. This will not fail, ever. There's always gonna be something that could happen, but you need a outweigh, or see which one outweighs the other, and follow your gut. Sometimes you should just like flip a coin. You know that thing where they're like, flip a coin, and if it lands on something that you're not satisfied with, then that means you should choose the other one. Something like that. I feel like that works a lot. But you also have to realize you have to think about the consequences. Because sometimes the consequences are much higher than other things. Huh. You have to think for yourself. There's no straightforward answer to it. That is my answer. Do stuff now, figure it out later. Not even that though, because that can end pretty badly sometimes. So, like, there are things that will have much greater consequences than other things. Usually the things that have much greater consequences also have much greater rewards if you do it correctly. You just gotta think about it. But if you're gonna ask me, how can you just take the risk? It's not like my life hasn't been the most interesting, but there have been some pretty big decisions I've had to make in the scale of my own life. My life honestly isn't that interesting, but when it comes to these kind of decisions, you gotta think about like way later ahead. You can't just think about the present, like, you choose this because you're gonna be happier now. No. Think about later on. If I choose this, am I gonna be happier later? But maybe the decision only applies to the present. Then you just gotta think about that, man. Huh. How do you take the risk? I don't. I'm Uruka. Being Uruka is a risk because I am so awkward. My entire life is a risk. Being me is a risk. Usually planners help. I don't know if this person's talking about that though. Oh, for time management, yes. Planners probably do help, but even in the academy, I always wrote like one thing in my planner. After the first week of school, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I recycle it. I used it in middle academy. Like, I wrote things down a lot in middle academy, and then in higher academy, I was just like, I can't keep writing everything down. Like, if something did need to be written down, like a math homework or something, I just write it on the paper that I'm gonna do the homework on. I just don't like planners. And everything else, I just put it in my head. I'm like, I will remember that. I will remember to do that. Or, because we were allowed to bring our own devices. So I just put it on a digital task manager thingy. That thing helps a lot, honestly. Because it would order things in the order that it's due. So all the closer, what do you call it? All the things that were due closest to the time you're looking at were always at the beginning. And I like that. It's cool. Let me see the most important things first. So if you have a Windows computer, you get the Tasks app. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. Although I haven't been using it like at all recently. You can never know what was the right decision at the time, so pick what you think is best and not worry too much. Exactly. This kind of goes with like the thing I was talking about before, about auditions. Like, it's kind of the same. Just try not to feel. It's not that you shouldn't feel at all, but try not to feel too heavy of emotions depending on your decisions. Even if it's like, even if it seems like the most important thing in your life, I will assure you that it probably isn't. I mean, it could be. It could be, honestly, it could be. But most of the time, It really isn't. And most of the time, you'll be happy no matter what decision you make anyway, because it's a decision you made and you have to live with that. Your brain decides. You will be happy with that. You'll adapt to it. Most of the time. There are exceptions, of course. Like, in my experience, like, the schools people go to and the jobs that they get are always thought of to be like the biggest thing, the most important thing in your life, and you shouldn't think about anything else but these things because they will decide how your life will be like 50 years later. But that's not really true. Honestly, it's not really true. Like, if you're in high school right now, please don't worry so much about school. Like, I'm not telling you not to worry about school. Like, the current school, don't worry so much about college. Because going to like a super tough college, usually, it honestly, it depends. It really depends. But usually, it won't really determine your future life. Usually. Nothing I say here is absolute. These are just my opinions and observations. School's for fools. That's not what I'm saying, but like, in high school, at least in my experience, the things you learn in high school do not help at all. And what you're doing in high school is basically just to get you either into college or a job or both. And the things you learn after high school are definitely much more important. The things you learn in high school don't really help at all. They're just there to see how well you're able to follow directions and do what you're told. Every level of education just serves to get to the next stage of education. Yeah. And then the education doesn't really end up being... it doesn't really end up being as practical as just doing the thing itself. Like, I know some people who are engineers, and they've told me that the things they learned in college were not useful at all. And the most important things they've learned that help them now in their jobs were their first jobs. Like, the things they learned during work were much more useful than anything they learned in any school. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. Of course, it varies from subject to subject. Sometimes, some subjects, school is important. It depends. Math isn't important. I feel like that depends on what you're going to be, what your job is. Some jobs you need math. But for the most part, you will not need the Pythagorean theorem in life. Huh. Yeah. I can confirm this. I would recommend people go to community college to find project courses. Yeah, yes. You save money and you learn. I mean, you do what you want to do. Like, there's reasons for community college, there's reasons for universities, stuff like that. You just gotta figure out what you want. Call those guys desk jockeys. Normally can't make a proper blueprint and won't listen until the machinery is on the floor. I don't even know what that means. Trade schools. Oh yeah, obviously trade schools. You will definitely learn what you need to learn. How did I even get here? How did I even get to this topic? Oh yeah, it was like time management or something. I mean, all this stuff is coming from me, and you know, my experiences are not going to be the same as everyone else's. And also, let me just tell you, I am not old and wise enough to give proper advice. Honestly. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Easy time management. Gain more time by sleeping less. That is not... Okay, I did that sometimes in higher academy. And it actually didn't help at all. Because if I slept less, I could not focus at all. And it ended up being a time waster. Like, I honestly could have slept more. And I would have gotten a lot more done in the time that I was awake. I ended up wasting a lot of time because I thought that staying up would be good to finish things, and then I was like, well, that didn't work. Let's try to find another question. Well, yes, but actually no. Yeah. Is Uruka a bro-con? No. No. We barely talk to each other. Honestly. When was the last time I spoke to him? Wait, let me see. I mean, he's currently at our parents' place. So my mama bear called about a week ago, and she brought the phone over to him, and she was like, Uruka, your brother wants to talk to you. And then she brought the phone over to him, and he was like, what? And I was like, what? And he was just like, okay, hi. I'm like, he clearly didn't actually want to talk to me. Why did you say he wanted to talk? And I was just like, hi. He's like, hi. And I'm like, okay, bye. And he's like, bye. Other than that, the last time I texted him was a month ago. And it was just me asking. Oh, wait, no. Okay. September 12th. Do you have the Mario Kart game card? That was from me. Do you have the Mario Kart game card? He responds, probably. And that's the last thing he said. Probably. An amazing relationship we have. I mean, obviously when we're in each other's presence, we talk more than that. But the thing is, like, he moved out when I was rather young. And I was still a child. So from the time that I was a child to an adult, he didn't see me that much. So I'm pretty sure he still thinks of me as a child. Because he did not like witness any growth in like mind, I guess. I don't know. Well, how do you say this? Like, the way we interact is like he still thinks I'm a child. And it's probably because his image of me, his most solid image of me, is a child. And now that I'm not a child, I don't think he really knows what to say. Because we just didn't speak a lot. Keep in contact with siblings is a really good thing though. Family. It is. And I would like to talk to him more. I just don't know what to talk to him about. Like, I once called, like, he once called me. Once. I think he was like trying to reach out or something. Okay, and oh my god. Does this mean I should call him? I don't know. But he did call me like once or twice, just to chat. I didn't know that it was just a chat, so the entire time I was just like waiting for something to happen. But no, he just wanted to chat. And we talked about Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars. Brother Bear really likes Star Wars. I don't know much about Star Wars. So that was a strange conversation. Because we honestly do not have very similar interests. Okay, that's not true. We have similar interests, but in very different fields. Like, I like anime. He likes manga. But the things he reads and I watch are completely different. I'm pretty sure he's still following One Piece. I haven't even tried. And he likes games. I like games. Some of the games we like overlap. But I suck. And he sucks less. And there's not much to talk about in games anyway. I'm not like a super fan, I just like to play. And music, we both like music. But there's not like a whole lot to talk about in music. Sometimes when he's back, we just jam out together. But there's not a lot of talking involved in that. It's just playing instruments and singing. We vibe together, but we don't talk. So it's kind of weird. Ah yes, Star Wars, the movie with soundtrack from Indiana Jones. You're never gonna let go of that. Oh no. Huh. Brother Bear won a lot of points for being a manga reader. Yeah, he's a manga reader. Uruka is a gamer girl, but only plays mobile games. I don't play mobile games at all. I don't even play any mobile games. The only mobile game that I've ever played, well, not ever, but the only one I've been super into before was Rules of Survival, which was before PUBG Mobile came out. And then once PUBG Mobile came out, it was completely dead, and I stopped playing. And I never played any really mobile games after that. Brother Bear and Uruka jamming out to metal. No, it's just like... Because he's an actual piano player. Like, he actually knows how to play piano. So, sometimes, like, he'll be playing... It happens both ways. Sometimes he'll be playing piano and I come in and I plug in the guitar and I just start jamming with him. Sometimes I'm playing something and he just comes over and starts playing the piano. I'm like, okay. And then the jamming just happens. It's pretty cool. However, this only works if we're in the same household. It's fun though, but we don't talk a lot. Uru family is full of musicians. Not really. It's kind of just me and Brother Bear. Mama Bear tries to be a musician. She tries very hard. Sometimes she goes like, oh my god, Uruka, your and your brother's musical talent comes directly from me. And I'm like, yeah, sure it does. And she's like, your singing abilities are inherited from me. I'm like, yeah. Oh god, she tries. Yeah, she tries. She likes to sing. She's not very good, but she likes to sing. I appreciate her passion. She used to play piano. I think she's forgotten how to play piano since then. She used to play guitar. She's forgotten how to play guitar since then. Huh. She is proud of you then? I mean... I guess. I guess. Sometimes she comes up to me and she's like, Uruka, you sound great. I'm like, this is very unprompted, but thank you. But then I'm like, you're my mom, so should I really trust you? Like, sometimes people's moms tell them they sound amazing, but they don't, and they believe they do. And that becomes a disaster because they start thinking they're good, and then they start doing things. in public, and it's not really the best. And then they're not very well received, and then they take it very hard. Like, you know, those like America's Got Talent or American Idol auditions that are like people who think they're good because their friends or family told them they're amazing, and then the judges are like, I don't think so. Yeah, like auditioning for American Idol, yeah. And then they get like super heated. They're like, my mom told me I'm great though. Stop lying to me, judges. I'm like, no, I think your mom's the one that's lying to you, huh? My mom says I'm cool, sort of thing. Yeah, basically. So my mom lied and I'm not handsome? You could be, HB Wolf. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, sometimes compliments are not always the best thing. I'm lucky my parents are very honest. Oh man. I mean, I think that is a good thing though, Heidi. Like, don't absolutely destroy someone. Don't absolutely destroy a kid. But if they're not good, don't tell them they're like amazing, you know? Or be like, give them pros and cons, you know? You can be like, oh, I really like the sound of your voice, but you need to work on pitch and stuff like that. Totally not thinking of a certain person right now. That sounded sarcastic. I'm really not. Yeah. That goes for a lot of people, honestly. The thing that I just said. Getting roasted by your mom. Getting roasted by your mom. I get roasted by my mom for things that I probably shouldn't be roasted for. Like, I can't tell if she's joking or not, but Mama Bear always likes to go, because okay, I was like I was probably the most annoying kid to have in the house because I was singing like all the time. Like, they don't even understand. Like, I was honestly, I say all the time, you think I'm exaggerating. No, I'm not. I sang while I did a math homework. My dad got very mad about that. He's like, you can't concentrate while singing, and you can't concentrate on math homework while singing. I'm like, yes, I can. He's like, no, you can't. And he was like, you can't listen to music while you do homework. I'm like, yes, I can. And he was like, no, you can't, because I can. I'm like, maybe my brain functions differently than yours, Dad. But yeah, I was probably the noisiest child to have around. Not even child. I was like in my teens. I was still noisy as hell. And she'll go like, oh my god, Uruka, why are you so out of tune? I sing better than you. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you do. Of course you do. You have 0 credentials, and I hear you sing, and it's kind of questionable. I'll take your advice if you sound good yourself. And you're okay, it's not that she sounds bad, but it's not the best. My mom does the same thing when I cook. She says that I'm slow and that I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, like what the hell? I'm not saying my mom's a bad singer. Like, if I've been to karaoke with her once, went with her friends and her friends' kids, which was kind of awkward. But honestly, she sounds fine. Not the best, not the worst. She sounds fine. But she acts like she's amazing. She does like really like strange hand motions that like pro singers do when they're like super into something. I don't know how to explain, but like it's really funny to watch. Did you shine in the karaoke? This was kind of a while ago, but I think people were very surprised. Because I'm not exactly the most talkative person when I'm with random people that I do not know. Or even, I mean, they're not random people. Like, I knew them from a while ago, but even a while ago, I just never really spoke that much. I've always been awkward. But I wasn't the most vocal or talkative. And I also don't have the most conventional voice, singing wise and speaking wise, but we're just talking about singing here. I don't exactly have the most conventional voice quality. So they were surprised, but in a good way, which was nice, because at that point I didn't have like anyone listening to me other than my family, and I do not trust the things that my family tells me. If they tell me I'm good, I'm not gonna trust them, even if they weren't lying. But yeah, that was like one of the first times I was like, really? I think this is just normal. But that was cool. And they were like, whoa, the quality of your voice is very interesting. And I'm like, well, yes, compared to a lot of people here who have the same very similar sounding voices, I think that is true. But I don't know. It could have gone either way though, because interesting sounding voices are not always the best. You could have an interesting sounding voice and sound terrible. You could have a very generic sounding voice and sound amazing. Wait. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? Okay, I haven't actually watched a whole lot of horror movies. I don't even know if this is a horror movie, but the scariest movie I've ever seen is Perfect Blue. That was rather terrifying. Perfect Blue is good. I won't deny that it's a good movie because it is a good movie. But it was really scary. I didn't have a choice though. I had to watch it. I had to watch and analyze Perfect Blue. It was rather terrifying, and I watched it at like two times speed because I was scared. And I watched it in a minimized window while playing upbeat music. But it was really good. Although it was very scary. The stalker guy is really scary. His face, man. What the hell? Why did they have to make him look like that? They could have just made a stalker like more normal looking. Why does he have to look like that, man? Had a few people that told me my voice is nice, but anytime I listen to it, it sounds like so damn nasally. I doubt my singing is any better because the only time I sing is when I'm absolutely smashed. I mean, nasally is not inherently a bad thing. There's quite a lot of people with nasally voices that sound good. It just depends on how you deal with it. And honestly, I don't like my voice either. Like, when I listen back to some of my own singing, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I sound like shit. Well, why does anyone want to listen to this? Like, you're your own worst critic or whatever the saying is, you know. I don't think personally, I don't think I'll really ever be satisfied. And okay, even when I critique others, it's not because I think I'm like amazing or I don't think I'm an amazing singer or anything, but I do have a decent ear. So, yes. Because I play string instruments and other things, I am able to tell pitch. And I am able to tell... What do you call it? Like tone of voice or something? That doesn't mean I can do it perfectly well myself. It just means I have some idea of what it's supposed to sound like. So I try not to come off as like high and mighty, like, well, I'm great, I love myself. No. Huh. I know what it's supposed to sound like, and I try to mimic as much as I can. Oi. How spicy a question can I ask? As spicy as you'd like. But the question is, will I answer? I don't know. When you're getting a G cocktail, what does that even mean? Just remember that there will always be someone better than you in the world. That... Yes. What? What is a G cocktail? There will always be someone better than you in the world. But you just gotta focus on what you can do yourself. Yeah. Cocky. I see. A G cocktail. When you're getting cocky. I don't know. There's always people around me that are way better than me, so I'm like, well, that's just how things are. Huh. You should want to be around people that are better than you. It helps you focus on improving. Yes, it does. And I am always around people that are better than me. So, yeah. I'm always focusing on improving. Because there's always people around me that are better. Ah. Sometimes. It do be like sometimes that sometimes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it also goes hand in hand with the fact that I can do many things, but I'm not particularly great at any one of them. I'm trying to focus on one of them. But, I don't know, in my mind, I'm just, what is the phrase? What is the saying? Jack of all trades, master of none. It is pain sometimes. But I'm glad that I have a lot of experiences in these things, because sometimes it pays to just know a little bit of something. That's my secret, chat. I'm always worse. I'm always worse. Yeah. How many questions did you get? I did not count, but there's a lot. I'm not going through every single one of them, especially because I wasn't able to download all of them. But full quote is, Jack of all trades is master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. That's true sometimes. But sometimes not. Like, I don't know. It depends on what you're doing, honestly. If you're going to, like, a concert, and you compare just I don't know, just my violin playing against someone else's violin playing, and they're focusing on violin, they're obviously going to be better. I mean, not obviously. Most of the time, they're going to be better than me. But if we're looking at well-roundedness, I probably have more on them. But in the context of the concert, no one cares. No one cares that I can do other things. it definitely helps for this. It helps with Phase Connect stuff because I can help out with other things. But in the context of that, it doesn't really help. All right, let's get some more questions. Why? When was the last? What? What is your favorite Pokemon? Sylveon. Sylveon is my favorite, I think. I don't know like all 800 Pokemon that exist, but I've seen some of them in Sword and Shield, and I'm like, Jesus, that is an ugly Pokemon. I think Sylveon is my favorite. And shoot, I forgot who I put on my team. Who else do I like? The only one I remember is Sylveon. Yes, let's just say that. It's Sylveon. Because Sylveon's cute and powerful. Too many Pokemon? I only know like 6. Man, you can only have 6 in your party. There's a lot of Pokemon that I like, but every Pokemon is someone's favorite, even the ugly ones. I guarantee you there's at least, or not at least, there should be one that no one likes. Like, there should be one that's no one's favorite. I'm pretty sure. There's some that are just like that weird. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle? Squirtle. I always go for the water Pokemon when I have to choose. Glaceon is also cool. Why did I say... I said water Pokemon and then I just said Glaceon. No. Yeah. Glaceon is ice. But Glaceon is cool. I like the design. And I actually have a Glaceon like... Pokemon card? Yeah, Pokemon card that's like shiny. And it looks cool. All the messages Chat and Uruka are saying is very helpful. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what we helped you with, but I'm glad you found it helpful. Oishizo, thank you for the super chat. And thank you for the question. All right, I think we're gonna like wrap up. Let's see. What about the trash Pokemon? I'm pretty sure someone likes the trash Pokemon. Garbodor? I like Garbodor. It's pretty cute, actually. Honestly. Did you scam other kids for Pokemon cards in school? No. What? I did not. I traded. I never scammed anyone. I do remember trading them before. Like, my local park. In the summer, oftentimes... a lot of people would just go hang out at the local park and you wouldn't know who was going, but you would just go there and people would have their Pokemon cards and I'm like, yes, I also brought my Pokemon cards. Let us commence trade. I don't remember what I traded, but I do remember I had a bunch of the energy cards. I don't even remember the energy cards. I remember I traded a bunch of those for something. I don't remember though. I don't think I think that was a scam for them because like who the hell wants the energy cards? What the? Will you open Pokemon cards on stream? I haven't gotten into Pokemon. Most of my Pokemon cards were hand-me-downs from Brother Bear. I don't think I've actually ever bought a pack of Pokemon cards and opened them myself. I just have what Brother Bear had. He didn't actually have that many though. Like, he mostly had Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Jesus Christ, he has so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He has like an entire drawer full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And they're all in stacks too. Like, I swear to God, there's probably at least 1,000 of them there. And I don't know what he does with them. Also, he used to get Shonen Jump magazines. But the thing about that is for some reason they send like this card in an envelope like every month For some reason, he gets the magazine, but they sent the card to our parents' place. And I was there at the time. I was like, why are they sending you a Yu-Gi-Oh card? And why are they sending it here? What? Okay. New Pokemon set is the anniversary set. I don't follow Pokemon other than the games. I honestly don't know. I just enjoy seeing cute animals that sometimes beat each other up, but they are still cute. In my school, we had a shitty Google translated fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I did not know that was a thing, but that's interesting. Lots of the Dark Magician type cards? Yes, there were a lot of those. Well, there were a good amount of variety, but I remember the first one that came was a Dark Magician something. Because I was like, what the hell is this and why is it here? That is what I remember. Okay. Let me just, I hate Mr. Mime and Mr. Rhyme with a passion. Why? I don't particularly like them. Why do you hate them with a passion? Huh. Oh, this is one from the last, what? Where'd it go? 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 Oh, here. Hi, Uruka. Given the chance, are there any countries you want to travel to? This is from the last Marshmallow. I think I'm gonna end soon though. I'm just gonna pick some more interesting looking ones. So this one, of course there are. There are several countries that I want to travel to. In particular, I would like to go to every country in, what do you call it? Like East Asia? I don't really know. Is that what you call it? Let me see. Is it East Asia? Yeah, I would like to go to, maybe not a lot of them. I would like to go to East Asia, not Southeast Asia. I mean, there are some places in Southeast Asia where I would like to go. But in particular, I would enjoy going to East Asia. I don't know. I like the vibes. I've been to some places there. I like the vibes. And the food. The food is the main reason. Who am I kidding? The point is the food. The main reason is the food. Of course, there are some places that I would not go to. But the places that I can go to, I will go to. I like going around and just eating and walking and taking in the sights. And I have been to Japan before. The food is amazing, especially the street food. And there's a lot of cool stuff to look at. And the last time I went was actually... how long ago? 6 or 7 years ago. And I didn't actually like start watching anime really at that point. I think the only thing I seen was SAO, and I wasn't super into it at that point because I realized that it's kind of stupid. But yeah, because I wasn't like super into any stuff at the time, I wasn't really that into it. I mean, it was still cool. And the historical places that we went to were really interesting. And Brother Bear was having the time of his life finding so many One Piece products. And I was like, okay. You do love this reindeer man. Okay. I like places that have temples, castles, or old buildings in general. Dude, me too. I like seeing like the... what do you call them? Are they temples? The like pagoda looking things? Are they? Is that what? I don't even know what they're called. But those are super cool. And usually the area is so pretty. And usually because they're tourist traps, they have amazing food. The amount of food I ate was concerning. But I enjoy food. And since we're walking a lot anyway, I allow myself to eat a lot. Like, when you go on vacation, the point is just to eat. And because you're walking a lot, you can eat. Well, I mean, if you're not walking a lot, you probably shouldn't eat as much. But if you're walking everywhere, then it's fine. Yeah. And, what's a tourist trap? They make people stay there for a long time? No, it's like all the tourists are attracted to that place. Because there's several reasons, but usually they're like manufactured for tourists. So everything will be very expensive. But it's like a worthwhile experience most of the time. Because there's like cool things to look at, and it's like, whoa, history, culture, whoa. The Urufok starts off from visiting other countries. Well, but pretty much, yeah. But that still doesn't give me gains because I'm already walking here. I'd love to go to Akihabara one day. Akihabara, I can't unhear the Duolingo Akihabara. Preferably with a lot of money because there's probably too many things I want to buy. Dude, yeah. I actually really wanted to go to Japan. Like the past 2 summers ago. I was going to too. And then it didn't happen. Which made me very sad. I just want to buy things, man. I want to buy and eat things. I want to live the life. I want to buy and eat things. Because I feel like the first time I went, I really didn't like... I mean, I did appreciate it, but not as much as I would now. You know? As a kid, you don't really appreciate things that much. You're kind of just like, oh, this is cool. And then it's like... I don't really remember it, but it was cool. I want to see Kyoto buildings, but I feel like visiting anywhere that isn't Tokyo or Kyoto would be smarter financially. I don't remember which one was Kyoto, but I did go there. I don't remember which place was Kyoto. But yes, I'm pretty sure things are expensive there, I think. My spending habits are pretty bad, and that hasn't changed after getting out of work. Get better spending habits, Kizuna Hento 1. Did that help at all? Want to go to the festivals? Oh my god, me too. I've been to like night markets, which have like a kind of similar vibe, but they're not as festive as festivals because festivals are supposed to be festive. I am stupid. Hi Busy Bird. Hello. Yeah, and I don't know, Korea seems like a cool place. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do have some Korean friends, and it seems like a cool place. And I have friends that are also obsessed with K-pop. And while I'm scared of K-pop fans, they're actually some of the they're not that scary. If I only started to know them during their time of K-pop fanness, I don't know if I would be their friends. But I think I became their friends before they were into it. They were actually... Dude, yeah, I'm scared of BTS ARMY too. I'm so scared of them. Like, some of them are fine. Actually, the friends that I'm talking about, they were actually BTS fans way before they blew up. Like, this was like 2015 or something. And it was way before like everyone actually knew what the hell? Like everyone was like, what the hell is K-pop? Like, oh, who are these people? And after they blew up and people started getting super scary, they actually stopped being BTS fans. It's kind of scary. Not scary. It's kind of funny, but yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that every single BTS fan is scary, but the ones who are scary are really scary. Like, I am terrified of them, honestly. Like, there will be people in video comment sections that have nothing to do with K-pop, and people will be like, "Oh my god, BTS!" I'm like, where did this come from? What? Why? What does this have anything to do with the video we're watching? What? Okay. I mean, there's a few K-pop songs that I know just because I have friends that listen to it. There's a few that I know and enjoy. But I myself do not seek it out or listen to it. I remember my friend, Kit Kat friend, before the BTS boom, she made me memorize all the faces and names of the BTS members. And that is probably the only reason why I know their names right now. Do I want to know their names? I don't know. That just means I can understand more of what the BTS scary army are saying. What do you think of J-pop? I like it. I listen to it sometimes. I enjoy it. It is good. It's very good. I like it. Yeah, there are a lot of other good groups in K-pop that I have been exposed to through these friends. I don't know why BTS. There are several groups. Some are very underappreciated too. Made you. Okay, Uruka. Yes, she literally did make me. I'm not even joking here. I was made to remember their names. Every day. Every day before school, she'd be like, "So who's this guy's name?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And she's like, "It's this guy." I'm like, okay. I don't know why I need to know this information, but thank you for telling me. Yeah. And what else is... China, I feel like would be a really interesting place to go. Like, I don't know any place. I don't know any place other than like the Great Wall of China. But given the food I've eaten, I would like to go there and eat more food. I want to go there and eat food. I don't know what other attractions there are. Terracotta Warriors, I think. Great Wall. Although I've heard from some staff that the Great Wall is not very interesting. But I feel like that's kind of one of the things that you kind of like, even if it's not that interesting, I want to go like at least once in my life, you know? I don't care if it's not interesting. I just want to go to say I've been. And to eat food. I want to try some actual Peking duck. Not that the ones that I have were not actual ducks, but like, you know what I mean? Like, more authentic. You can't see the Terracotta Warriors. It's not open to the public. Oh, I did not know that. Maybe I'll sneak in somehow. No, I won't. Don't sneak into places. I won't. Maybe I'll see some fake ones. I don't know. So Uruka is essentially, you have good food, I'm there, yeah. Taiwan, good food, I'm going. Yeah, I want the good food. Of course, I also want to buy stuff. I'm sure all these places have good stuff to buy. But I want the good food. Uruka stealth mode activated. Ria probably knows how to sneak in. Even if she does, I would not want to. She is wanted in Face Connect world for a reason. You know that YouTube channel of the guy who goes into food places pretending not to know Chinese and then orders his food in perfect Chinese to surprise people? I've seen it recommended a lot in my YouTube. But I've only clicked on like one of these things, and you know, once you see one, you don't really want to see the other ones, at least for me. It's kind of tacky, I feel. It's like, I don't really care. Like, cool. You can speak another language? Good on you. Good for you. I'm not super interested. Like, if they were talking to me in person, I'll be like, oh my god, that's really cool. And that is interesting because you're talking to me. But why are you filming this? I really don't care. Not that you shouldn't do that. But I personally do not find much joy in watching that. Like, it's interesting one time, and after that, it's like, okay. Whatever. The Chinese they speak in those videos isn't actually that good to begin with. I see. I don't remember the one I watched. But I guess, I don't know. Maybe I will watch one just to see how good they actually are. It shows different foods a lot of the time, which is the interesting part. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I look for food videos, like just the food. You don't have to watch like the language things to get the food. Just search for the food. Like, oh my god, I just remembered one of the food videos I watched. It's like mochi. It's like plain mochi, and then they put like sesame sauce on it and peanut crumble with sugar on the mochi, and it looks so good. I'm so hungry now. Oh my god. I want it. I want it so bad. Video review stream. I don't want to review people speaking in other languages. I'm not qualified in any language. And even if it's English, I'll be like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, it's English, wow. Peanut mochi. Me too, I love it. It's so good. And any other countries? I mean, I'm always down to go to different countries. Just to see, you know? Just to see what they're like. Just to try their food. Okay, let me tell you. The best salad I've ever eaten in my life. What? Oh god. The best salad I've ever eaten in my life was a grilled chicken Caesar salad that costed about $6 US in Estonia. Why did I get a salad in Estonia? I was about to say I don't know, but I do know. I've been eating a lot of heavy food, so I was like, I want a salad. And it turned out to be the most amazing salad I've ever eaten. Every time I think of salad, I'm like, I want that salad in Estonia. Should I go back to Estonia for that salad? But then I don't remember exactly where it was, so I can't go back anyway. Man. That was a good salad. I don't know why it was so good. It's literally just leaves and chicken, but it was really good. And the best pizza I've ever had, of course, was in Italy. It was really good. Like, I don't even know how to describe, but it was really good. Actual Italian pizza is much different from the pizza you get here. I can't even describe in words. It was amazing. I loved it. I ate pizza almost every day because almost every place you went had good pizza. There were a few places that were kind of sketch and didn't have the best pizza. But generally, it was really good. Wait, it sounds like your family's stacked out of the wazoo. What is a wazoo? I didn't go to... There's a lot of places I didn't go. Okay, no. What am I trying to say? Some of these places I didn't go with my family. I had reasons to be there. Sometimes they were family vacations, but sometimes I had different reasons to be there. It's not like we're not stacked. Uruka out here traveling the world while I haven't even left my state. I mean, I haven't been to many states either. I've been to a few major states, and that's it. Never left my region in my life. Well, if you have a reason to be in a country, you will go to the country. Trying to think. The best fried chicken. The best fried chicken I've ever had in my life was from Taiwan. Not the most expected place, but that was, Jesus Christ. I think about it almost every day. I want to have that chicken. Please give it to me. It is amazing. I want the fried chicken. And it's really big too. Albeit there is a large bone inside, but it tastes really good. Oh my god, I'm making myself hungry. Best fried chicken triggers my roommate. Listen, you cannot... Popeyes, KFC, any of that does not compare to this fried chicken, man. It was so good. It was so moist. It was fried in the best way possible. It was so well seasoned. Oh my god. I'm salivating. I want the chicken. Have y'all tried Jollibee? No, I haven't. I heard it's good though. But I haven't. I have tried Korean fried chicken. Not really my style though. Like... It's not crunchy enough for me. Maybe I didn't go to the best place, but I don't like it. Like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just not my style. I like having crunch to it. And the flavor wasn't exactly what I wanted either. PCHQ is secretly where all the authentic Asian food is gathered. Just move in with the staff. Yeah, I mean, Boo is very knowledgeable about all kinds of food. Like, I don't even know what he's saying half the time. But he seems very knowledgeable about food. Every single thing I say, he's like, yes, I know of it and I have tried. I'm like, whoa. All right. So that's very well... How do you say it? When people go to a lot of places, you call them well-traveled. If people have eaten a lot of things, do you say well-eaten? Yeah. What? The best ones are the unhealthy street ones that use car smoke as seasoning. No. The best ones are in like the sketchiest areas, like down an alley that is like in a cart. It's probably not the safest, but those are generally actually the most tasty ones. I will say. Yeah. Oh. And I have tried Swedish meatballs in Sweden. I don't really remember them though. I think it's just because I'm not the most into meatballs. I don't know. Thank you for the question. I think we're probably going to end there. Yeah. When I used to live in Korea, there used to be a convoy of carts that sets up shop in front of my apartment, and that was dope. Dude, yeah, I mean, even if they're not supposed to be, like, the moment police come, they, like, scramble and leave, but those are the best tasting ones, right? Honestly, sketchy is the best. But take that as you will. But sketchy is the best. You gotta like see for yourself though. If there's absolutely no one around, maybe don't get it. If there are people buying from them though, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Where? The sketchier the better. To a certain extent. If it's way too sketchy, maybe not. Maybe stay away. Maybe that's dangerous. When I buy a dumpling, I always go for the unlabeled ones. They're always good price for its quality. I know, like, the ones that are not branded, always somehow, well, not always, but a lot of times, somehow manage to surprise me a lot. Like, it's very good value, tastes good, it's fine. Why do you have to go for the branded ones that cost like 5 times more and you get 5 times less? Probably taste pretty much the same too. Okay. Kime, thank you so much for the super chat. Busy so watching muted, but have fun. Thank you, Kime. I hope you're having fun being busy. Don't buy ingredients from sketchy places. That is probably wise. But if it's just like street food, sketchy places are rather good. Don't sue me if you get food poisoning though. I actually have gotten food poisoning from street food once, but it's not like it was super sketchy or anything. There was a lot of people getting this thing, and I got food poisoning. Why do I keep saying food poisoning from it? And actually, it was Brother Bear. Brother Bear ordered this thing, and I only took a bite out of it. And the next day, we both had food poisoning. He had it way worse because he ate the entire thing, and I only had a bite. So I was like generally okay, but still mildly uncomfortable. But he was not okay. He even got a fever. Like, geez, he had to go to an actual doctor. And I'm like, well, what did they put in this thing? It was like bread that was like cut into, and they put meat inside, like a saucy meat inside, and they cover the bread with bread. It's probably a very roundabout way of saying it was a sandwich. It was basically a sandwich. But yeah. So maybe, okay, that you wouldn't have known though. That was like a very popular thing. A lot of people were getting it. You wouldn't have known it was bad. So there's always a risk to take with street food. Meat was probably undercooked. Maybe. Yeah, you technically couldn't really see the meat itself because it was covered in sauce. So it could have been undercooked. Or infected ingredients, I don't know. Kyle, thanks so much for the super chat. Payday! Whoa. I'm glad you got paid, Kyle. I'm glad you got paid, and thank you so much for the super chat. Treat yourself to something, okay, Kyle? Treat yourself to something nice. They wash the meat on the floor with someone's gutter water. Ew! What? Ew! Ew! Oh God! That is gross. Don't even want to think about that. Oh yeah, were there any questions about a new cover? I've been thinking about that for a while. A new cover. Like, song cover? I don't think there were any questions about it. But if you're curious, there should be some coming out. I don't know if it's soon or not, because the thing is, even if I record like relatively fast, even if the mixer mixes relatively fast, the art and videography stuff generally takes a lot longer. So I don't know when that's gonna happen. Leah says she loves you, Uraka. Okay. Tell Leah I love her too. Tell Leah thank you, and I appreciate her. I was trying to think, like, what should I send? What message should I send to Leah? Tell me how she responds. Are we gonna talk to each other through chat? We're gonna talk to each other through chat, but not by chatting each other, by telling chat to talk to us for us. We're gonna have a full-on conversation like this. Leafbug, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, definitely the wrong person. Sorry, I can't stick around. You'll have to make do with my money. Thank you. Thank you, Leafbug, for the super chat. And don't worry about not being able to stick around. And thank you for your question of the have you ever had a dream that you were, I don't even remember it, but thank you for the question. I'm pretty sure it was you. Thank you. Kyle, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, her stream ended. Man. Romance in the world is dead if you have to have your fans communicate your love to each other. Well, it's more that she is always very vocal about. She's very vocal. And I am not. So it's easier to communicate through other people. Kyle, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, imagine having no life and seeing every stream. Totally isn't me. I mean, I don't see you on every stream, Kyle, so you do have a life. And I know for a fact that you have a life. Because you're always driving. Haven't seen Cosmic in a while. Hope he's okay. I'm sure he's okay. He's probably just busy. Because Cosmic probably has a life. He needs a life to donate. Oishizo, thank you so much for the super chat. All the messages and chat. Wait, all the messages chat and Uruka are saying is really helpful. Thank you so much. I'm glad you took something away from this. Although I'm not really sure if any of it is really that helpful. I don't know if anything I said was valid, but I'm glad you were able to take something away from it. Kyle, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, Kizuna, yeah, better spending habits. Super chats me to tell Kizuna to get better spending habits. Melia, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Uruka. I was told by your lovely wife, Leah, to stop by. Thank you, Melidas, and thank you, Leah. Thank you for sending the Leah likers over. Leah likers are rather scary sometimes. But thank you for sending them over. I appreciate you all, Leah likers and Urufuganggggg. I'm in all of streams and I got... Wait, what? I'm in aught of streams and I got a life. I just procrastinate and multitask a lot. Okay. Thank you. Why do I... Okay. Why do I keep saying thank you? Why do I keep saying thank you to things that Jose sends that do not warrant a thank you? What the heck? What I meant to say... Actually, no. I think I could say thank you to that. Let's just go with it. Thank you, Jose, for being in all the streams. I appreciate it. Oh my god. I'm having a problem thanking everyone for literally everything. I do that anyway, but usually it's for things that can apply. Okay. I also procrastinate a lot. I'm very bad at multitasking though. Like some things I can multitask, some things I can't. Like I do multitask, but I'm not good at it. Like I end up doing several things together. Like I'll be doing one thing and I'll remember, oh my god, I have to do this thing. So I stop doing one thing, start doing the other thing. And then I finish that thing. I'm like, what was I doing again? And then I start doing a new thing. And I was like, wait, I was doing something else before that. And then I'm like, oh, I actually have to do the other thing first. So I do that. And then I forget about the thing I was originally doing. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do something else. So it's not very organized. It's not the best. Not the best tactic, I guess. Okay, I will end very soon. I said that very long time ago and I just never ended. Well, Uruka, just pick one. It's hard though. It's so hard. I can watch 2 streams at the same time while doing homework and playing my Switch at the same time, though it is slow. How the hell don't you need... How many hands do you have? It is the younger generation. Jose, I am not in an old generation, Jose. But I am a boomer, but only in spirit. Man. Man. I am not in an old generation. I'm just bad. Multitasking isn't real, we just jump from one thing to another based on which ones are efficient to do. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. Because if I wasn't jumping around different things, I probably still would have finished everything in the same time. It would just be all together instead of in separate chunks. I can eat, watch, forest stream while playing video games and listening to music at the same time. Okay, but that is different. Like eating while doing something is different, and listening to music while doing something is different. Watching streams is also different. Like if you're eating while watching a stream and listening to music, that's fine. Like I don't really consider that multitasking. Playing video games is a bit harder. Are you really paying attention to every single thing though? Like I feel like if I do that, I'm not really paying attention to the streams. Watching 4 streams at once, is that multitasking? Are you taking in anything that's happening in any of them? Was Uruka septuagenarian? I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that word that I learned. Septuagenarian. Boomer in spirit, when was the last time you grilled? I don't grill. What? What? Do boomers grill? Like grilling meat? What are you talking about? I do not grill meat, if that's what you mean. Especially if they're playing the same game together. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you can, but generally, I feel like that doesn't really happen. Okay. Man. Alright. Before I get derailed even more, let's just we will end here. I say that as I read more chat. How often do you drink a white monster? I've never had a white monster before. Or a Red Bull. I don't really drink that much. I only drink like water. Sometimes soda. Uruka's gray hair says it all. I don't have gray hair. Bro. I found a single strand of white hair. A single strand. That doesn't count as gray hair. Yes, I'm Uruka, and I also watch all 7 streams when Face connected Among Us. That's different though, because we're all playing Among Us. If there were 2 different streams that are completely different, maybe that would be harder. But if we're all playing Among Us, I feel like that's fine. Like, you might not catch everything that people are saying, but it kind of lines up. I drink Monsters. I've also never had Monster, like any kind of energy drink. I don't think I've actually had an actual energy drink before. Yeah, I haven't. Because I cannot, like, I can't have a lot of caffeine. Bad things happen when I have caffeine. And I don't feel good when I have caffeine. I feel like shit when I have caffeine. So I don't. Like, I'll feel very shaky for the first couple hours or so. It won't even keep me up. I can't even focus either. It'll just make me like vibrate. I'll just be vibrating. I'm like, oh, my hands will be shaking. I'm like, I can't do anything. And then after that, I completely crash. And then when I wake up, I still feel like shit. It's like alcohol, but not alcohol. Really, you feel like shit when you drink caffeine? Yes, I do. It gives me a very bad anxiety as well. That's the main reason why I stopped. Because I was like, what should I do to make myself less anxious? And then the doctor was like, maybe the first thing you should do is not drink anything with caffeine in it. I'm like, that kind of sucks, but I'll do it. Okay. All right. Okay. I should end and get some dinner before I keep getting derailed. Caffeine not recommended for everyone? It is not recommended for everyone. Especially if you have anxiety problems. Caffeine is not for everyone. It is not good. Let me tell you. If you feel fine drinking caffeine, then you do you. But let me just tell you, try to lay off caffeine for a bit. You'll probably feel better. Unless you're someone who actually has to live off it. Like, to get through work or something, then I understand. Okay, we will end. This is the 5th time I said I will end. Because, like, parents telling their kids they're leaving but keep talking 30 minutes more. I hate when that happens. Just awkwardly standing there. Like, a mom, can we leave now? Okay, I'm gonna end. Tomorrow we're gonna play crane games again, Yakuza. We're gonna play crane games. I think. Yes. At 5:30. When? Oh, wait, hold on. When? 5:30 p.m. PST. Tomorrow, Yakuza. Crane games. I'm so excited. I love crane games. You probably didn't know that. Of course, that's a very surprising piece of information. I love crane games. Like, aren't you glad you're here to get to know me better? I love crane games. All right. This time I will actually leave. Ladies and gentlemen, Uruka has left the building. Goodbye.